30 people is a lot of people. I spent months pushing this thing. I made weekly posts on subreddits and on Hacker News and on LinkedIn, and I wrote blog posts about it. I knew it had potential and I wanted people to find it because I knew it could be useful. What I didn't expect was to actually start caring about specific domain names as if they were people. I refresh my analytics logs maybe 10 times an hour, and I've started to recognize domain names. There is one that shows up every morning early. There is one that appears in clusters, always late at night. And there's been a few that have been there from the beginning, back when the project was held together by nothing and there were barely 100 people here. They've watched it grow, and they don't know that I've noticed, but I have. I know nothing about these people. I don't know their names or their faces, what jobs they're applying to, how they're doing it. And they know nothing about me, but I still feel something. There is some kind of bond here that doesn't make sense on paper. The internet has broken our sense of scale. A video with 100 views is considered a failure, and a product with 30 daily users barely registers. We've been trained to see these numbers and think, small, not enough. Especially when creators only think in millions, and now hundreds of millions. But still, 30 people is a lot of people. If 30 people walked in your room right now, you wouldn't know where to put them. And every single one of those 30 people made a choice. They found this thing that I've made, and they went through the admittedly annoying onboarding process. And they moved their entire workflow from whatever it was before onto what I made in my bedroom. They decided to trust me and my method of doing things. I still remember the first message I sent my friend when the idea clicked. We have a separate chunk here and a separate chunk here. How about we connect them together? What if we orchestrate them together? The main front-end folder of the app is still called the orchestrator because I never renamed it. And it's a fossil from the moment this all started. Getting the first paying customers felt unreal. There is 3 people paying actual money for something that my stupid ass came up with in my room. I've been paid for software before. I've done contract work and freelance work and actual real life employed work in an enterprise situation. But this feels different. In the previous employments that I've had, the payment was expected. It was assumed that was going to be there. Here, the payment is just a side effect. This is something that I built for myself because I knew this would ease problems for me, and it did. And other people just happened to think that this was also worth it for them. Then there's the contributors. These are people that I've never met, and these are people that I'll probably never meet. They find bugs, and they open issues, and they submit pull requests for problems that they want fixed. They have no stake in this. They gain nothing from showing up except maybe some satisfaction. But they show up anyway because they believe in it enough to make it better for other strangers. There is like 12 contributors so far, all real people. They are choosing to spend their time on something that I made. I think we've lost sight of what that means. In a world with infinite content and infinite options, and infinite things that they could be doing, and things that are competing for their attention, someone choosing your thing and choosing to spend time helping you out is a quiet act of faith. On slow days, I look at the dashboard and I see 6, maybe 7 people using the app at the same time. Not visiting the app, no, actually using the app. They run searches and they apply to jobs and they generate resumes. They trust the system that I built to hold their data, to do what it promises. I don't think I fully believe that still. It still hasn't internalized for me. And I think maybe that's the point. Maybe success, the real kind, isn't a number that finally feels big enough. Maybe it's the moment where you stop seeing 30 as a number on a dashboard and start seeing 30 people instead. And you realize 30 is a lot of people.